The binder trap. Is your detox backfiring? You're at your kitchen counter, about to take your daily binder, charcoal, clay, or zeolite. It feels responsible, but have you ever asked one question? Is that binder about to grab the thyroid pill, the fish oil, and the iron you took an hour ago and carry them straight out of you? Here's the truth almost no one is told. Binders are sticky on the inside, and they are not smart. They can't tell a mold toxin from your medicine. So the supplements you paid for and minerals like zinc and iron get swept up and carried out. Activated charcoal goes further, pulling drugs your body already absorbed back out, quietly stealing part of your daily dose. A binder is never truly free. Used at the wrong moment, it costs you the very things you're fighting to protect. The fix is simple. Keep it at least 2 hours from any food, drug, or supplement, and never make it an all-day habit. Meet the binders. Not every binder is the same, so let's meet the ones you'll actually run into. First, activated charcoal. It's carbon heated until it's riddled with microscopic pores, giving a single spoonful a surface area larger than a football field, all of it hungry to grab molecules. Next, zeolite. It's a volcanic mineral with a rigid, cage-like structure that traps particles by charge and size. Then bentonite clay, formed from volcanic ash, carrying a negative charge that pulls in positively charged compounds like a magnet. Modified citrus pectin is different, made from citrus peel, and it latches onto a specific protein called galectin-3. Chlorella is a green algae whose fibrous cell wall clings to metals. And psyllium, a simple plant fiber that sweeps the gut and soaks things up as it passes. 6 very different tools, one shared trait. Every single one grabs more than the toxin you're aiming at. Knowing how each one works is the first step to using it wisely instead of letting it work against you. Your binder's fat-soluble casualties. Some of your most valuable nutrients are also the easiest for a binder to steal, and they're the fat-soluble ones. Here's why they're so vulnerable. Fat-soluble nutrients don't just dissolve in water and slip into your blood. They need dietary fat and bile to be absorbed, riding through your gut in tiny fat droplets. And that fatty cargo is exactly what a binder loves to grab. So let's look at what's at risk. Your vitamins A, D, E, and K, your fish oil and omega-3s, your CoQ10, and many of the plant compounds people take for cancer support. Curcumin from turmeric, quercetin, resveratrol, green teas, EGCG, and fisetin. All of them travel with fat. All of them can be swept up by a binder taken too close to your meal. Picture it. You choose excellent supplements. You eat a beautiful, colorful, anti-inflammatory plate, and then you absorb only a fraction of it because a binder got there first and carried the rest out. That is the quiet cost of bad timing. The minerals your binder drains. Minerals are the quiet workhorses of your body, and binders can drain them without you ever noticing. Start with the big 4. Calcium, magnesium, zinc, and iron. Every one of them carries an electrical charge, and many binders, especially clays and zeolite, are built to attract charged particles. To a negatively charged clay, a positively charged mineral is an irresistible target. Here's a twist most people miss. Some binders are foods you already eat. Psyllium and other plant fibers are rich in a compound called phytate, a natural mineral grabber. That's not a reason to fear healthy fiber. It's a reason to respect timing. Now think about who's most at risk. In cancer care, low iron, low magnesium, and low zinc are already common from the disease, from treatment, from appetite loss. Zinc alone is foundational for hundreds of enzymes and even for your p53 tumor suppressor to fold correctly. Silently draining those minerals with a poorly timed binder is the last thing your body needs right now. When your charcoal binder pulls your medicine back. Here's a fact that should make anyone on medication stop and pay attention. Doctors sometimes use activated charcoal on purpose to pull drugs back out of the body. Let me explain how, because it matters for you. Many medications don't just get used up and vanish. Your liver sends them into your gut in bile, and normally they get reabsorbed and recycled in a loop called enterohepatic circulation. Activated charcoal breaks that loop. It sits in your gut, grabs the drug as it arrives, and carries it out for good. In an overdose, that is genuinely life saving. It's an established treatment to lower drug levels fast. But flip it around. That exact same power is working on your daily medicines too. Take a binder too close to your thyroid pill, your heart medication, your antidepressant, your anticoagulant, or your hormone therapy, and it can drag away part of the dose you actually needed. You may never feel it happen. You just quietly get less of the drug your life may depend on. Space them far apart and talk to your pharmacist. Binders versus your repurposed drugs. If you're exploring repurposed medicines like fenbendazole, mebendazole, or ivermectin, this section matters enormously. These drugs are famously hard to absorb. They're fat-loving. They barely dissolve in water, and most of an oral dose can pass right through unless you take it the right way. The key that unlocks them is fat. In studies, ivermectin absorption more than doubled when it was taken with a fatty meal instead of on an empty stomach. Fenbendazole and mebendazole behaves the same way. Without fat, very little gets in. Now picture the mistake. Someone takes the repurposed drug, feeling proactive, and then swallows a binder soon after for detox. That binder can grab the drug and the fat that it needs to ride on and carry both straight out. All that effort, most of the benefit gone. If you and a knowledgeable clinician have chosen this path, protect it. Take these with healthy fat and keep binders far away in time. This is investigational prescription territory, never a solo experiment. When a binder earns its place. So are binders always a bad idea? Not at all. Used for the right reason, they can be genuinely valuable. The trick is knowing those reasons. First, true acute poisoning. In an emergency room, activated charcoal given quickly after certain overdoses is a real evidence-based treatment. That's medicine, not detox marketing. Second, documented mold toxin exposure. Certain clays bind mycotoxins like aflatoxin impressively well in laboratory testing. So with real evidence of exposure, a targeted course can make sense. Third, a confirmed heavy metal burden, meaning actual lab results showing a problem, not a vague feeling of being toxic. And fourth, in the cancer world, specifically, modified citrus pectin, which is being studied not as a crude detox tool, but for its ability to block galectin-3, a protein tied to cancer spread. Do you see the pattern? Every good reason is specific, evidence-based, and usually short-term. What binders are not is a smart thing to swallow every single day, forever, just in case. The binder timing blueprint. If you and your team decide a binder belongs in your plan, timing is what keeps it from backfiring. Here's a simple blueprint. The golden rule is separation. Keep binders well away from anything you actually want to absorb. Food, medications, and supplements alike. A practical approach many integrative clinicians use is this. Wait at least 2 hours after eating, taking a drug, or taking a supplement before you reach for a binder. Then wait at least 2 hours, ideally longer, after the binder before your next food, drug, or dose. That quiet gap is when the binder can do its job in a fairly empty gut, and then clear out before your good stuff arrives. For most people, that means a binder lands best well away from meals, in a window when nothing else is on board. Drink plenty of water alongside it, and don't make it an all-day, everyday habit. Separation is what turns a risky binder into a manageable one. Skip the binder during treatment. Here's a caution that can genuinely protect your treatment. During active chemotherapy or radiation, a random binder habit can quietly work against you. Think about what those treatments are. Many chemo drugs are taken by mouth, and your oncologist has calculated your dose precisely. A binder sitting in your gut can grab some of that drug and carry it out, leaving you with less than your team intended and no one knowing why. That is not a risk worth taking on your own. Here's the second layer, too. Some cancer treatments work by creating oxidative stress inside cancer cells. High-dose antioxidants and aggressive detox routines at the wrong moment could, in theory, blunt that effect. That evidence is still being debated, which is exactly why this is a conversation for your oncology team, not a solo decision. The safest move during treatment weeks is usually simple. Pause the binders unless your team specifically wants them. Your treatment comes first. The real price of binders, plus free help. Let's bring it home with one idea that changes how you'll use binders forever. Binders are never truly free. The price they ask is the cost of your food, your supplements, and your medicines, quietly, every time they're taken carelessly. So here's your simple, empowered plan. First, ask why. If you can't name a specific, evidence-based reason for a binder, that's your answer. Skip it. Second, ask for proof. Real detox decisions are guided by labs and symptoms, not by a vague sense of being toxic. Third, if a binder truly belongs, respect the separation, hours away from food, drugs, and supplements. Fourth, avoid the daily, forever, just in case habit that slowly drains you. And fifth, keep your team in the loop, especially your pharmacist who can spot interactions you'd never see. This is exactly the kind of decision that's easier with a guide. If you'd like help sorting out your own supplement and binder routine, comment binder below and visit my learning center at prevailovercancer.com for the free supplement mistakes workshop. Thank you for watching. If this helped you, hit like. Share with someone you love who's navigating cancer. Subscribe so you can catch the next one. Comment or message the word BINDER, binder, for a link to the research blog and the free supplement mistakes workshop. Together, we prevail over cancer.